That's sort of what this is about, bringing in allies to help stand up for the GLBT community, and I'm proud to be an ally, very proud to be an ally.
I believe that, I was chosen as an ally because I believe in the idea of equality for all people. And we have so many various communities and they all need allies. I think that when you are an ally, you're an advocate for the organization, you learn about it, and you also enlist others. And in that process, you have the opportunity to learn, to teach, and to narrow the gaps between the various communities.
What it means to me is to be supportive of the LGBT community. I believe that however we came into this world, we're here, and that as long as we're on earth, we owe it to one another to be accepting and respectful of each other.
Back in 1998, it was the first time that I attended a Pride Parade, and first of all, it was a great experience, but secondly, it was important that one of the leaders of this city and the state stand arm in arm with the GLBT community. And at that time, it was, I guess it was a little controversial, but it was an important thing to do, to stand up and to be with, and to show that Columbus is a very welcoming city. We have to set the tone and the pace for the rest of the country and the rest of the state, and I was proud to do it.
I think from a Columbus standpoint and from nationwide standpoint, it's important as one of the key priorities from our standpoint is to hire, train, retain, and promote a diverse working population. The GBLT community allows us to do exactly that here in our home base of Columbus.
At Cardinal Health, we believe in inclusion, and inclusion of all people. We want to have an environment where people can come to work and bring their whole self to work.
It's important to have a strong LGBT community in Columbus because they are just part of who we are.
Well, if you look at the theme or mission of Nationwide, it's to be on your side. And it doesn't say be on some people's side, it says be on everyone's side. And I think that's where Nationwide as an ally of the GBLT community really plays out. We're proud to be part of this.
When I was in college in West Virginia, I knew I was going to be moving to Columbus, so I did a search online, found out about Stonewall and some of the programs and things here. So when I first moved here, it was in June of 2009. I first went into the center and just went around kind of quietly, picked up some pamphlets just to kind of see what was going on, and found out about Pride, which was going to be going on a couple weeks later. And I remember stepping in the middle of High Street and looking all the way down to downtown. This skyline that I just thought encapsulated Columbus, and just seeing an ocean of people, LGBT and allies. At that moment, I would say the #1 emotion I felt right then was belonging to something bigger.
I was living on my own in a rooming house, this crappy rooming house. And I just couldn't deal with the pain. And I made a decision that I was gonna go out and take one more walk, and that I was gonna go to sleep that night and I wasn't gonna wake up. And there were groups of odd-looking people, strangely familiar-looking people, standing around. And so I went up to one and I said, what's going on? And they told me that it was Pride. And I got into there and started walking along with some folks and found myself like cheering the chants, And from that moment, I made up my mind, like, Pride saved my life. Had I not crossed across that, I'm telling you, someone else would be telling the story of my death.
I realized at the age of 30 that I was homosexual, and Betty and I had a long relationship the rest of our life. But I was devastated, and had a psychiatrist, and she told me I was born that way, and I realized that. And I met Alan, and we lived together 53 years. And I came up to the center and saw what they were doing. What a wonderful thing for so many people. And you think for the younger people, but also for the older folks. Having the experiences I had, and Carla said, we want you to be Grand Marshal because we want to honor the veterans. And I was a World War II veteran. I'm so happy that Stonewall's made this possible.
We've come a long way. We've come a long way in this community, but we have a long way to go. And so we're proud of where we stand today. And let's continue to forge together ahead to make this city the most diverse city in the nation, to be open as we are, as great as we can be, and everybody walk hand in hand, arm in arm, to make this the best city in the nation to live, to work, and to raise a family. God bless you.